This year we're taking a look at Penn State versus Boise State in the quarterfinals college football playoff. Big win for Franklin and Penn State, getting over the hump, getting into the Final Four. Waiting the matchup between Georgia and Notre Dame to see who they're going to play. But we're going to dive into some of the schematics and reasons why Penn State was able to win the football game. And biggest reason why is that Penn State was +3 in turnovers. They had 3 interceptions. Drew Aller threw none, so right there that was a huge shift. And of course, 1 for 1 on fumbles, and right here's the only fumble that Boise State lost. They had another one where Jeanty fumbled it as well, but this is a heck of a play. Right here, 41. Kobe King's able to knock this out. Right here, you see that left hand. He's swatting at the football. Jeanty's just trying to survive, get to the sideline right here. Great swat. And then right here, 6 runs to the football, playing fast. A lot of times people say, hey, teams are lucky, but they make their own breaks by running to the football, being there, being aware. And that's what happens right here. So great play here by Kobe, knocking this ball out and flips all the way around. Bad luck here for Boise State. Goes right back into play, and right there, Wheatley's sitting there just ready. I mean, this is a heck of a play. Bounces right to him, gets his foot down. Huge shift right there. Already up 14-0, trying to go up 3 scores. Of course, Boise ends up stopping him, but this, again, big play. Anytime you get a turnover, shifts momentum, even though Penn State had already been rolling. This is another big turnover right here, and Penn State's rolling. They're up 31-14, which ends up being the final score, but right here, trying to force the ball down the field. This is on a 4th and 12. And right here just runs the route for him, playing 2-man is what it looks like here on the back end. So you can see safety's over the top, not letting him just go vertical, and he's able to undercut it right there. And really, when you look at 2-man, you want to funnel that guy to the safety, which is a great job right here is what he's doing. He's getting on his body, and then whenever he breaks the middle field, just running verticals, he gets right in that hip, and he just tracks it down. Easy catch, easy interception right here, just running the route for him because he knows he's got safety help over the top. Really no reason to play over the top whenever you know that guy's sitting there waiting to help. So right there again, just running out for him, getting his hip pocket, makes a play right there. Quarterback should have got off of it against man-to-man. Seems probably not going to be a throw, especially against too high. If you want to go outside, come to your check down. Forces it in there. Great play there. Pretty much puts the game away right here, even though it was a 4th down. Last offensive play right here for Boise. Of course, they just nail it out after this, but right here just a little bit of scramble around. Great job being aware. I know everybody's saying, man, they're +3 in turnovers, and really is in garbage time. They're already up. But whenever you get that lead, 31-14, you got these pass rushers that can get after it. I know Abdul Carter didn't play for just a ton of it, but still, you got freaks there on the edge. And whenever you can get that early lead and get up 2-3 scores, that's when you can really let it go. And, of course, the DBs playing tight man-to-man, eyes in the backfield, a little bit of a scramble and just throws it up. Great job right here, just having anticipation, understand they're desperate, and finishing the game. I mean, it's one of those things, it's 2nd and 10. You could let these guys throw the ball in the end zone a couple more times. But instead, finish the game right now, make the play. So I thought that was a good thing. Penn State, of course, they left plays out there, but they made plays whenever they came to them, and that was obviously a big thing. Of course, Boise made it close at times, made it a 17-14 game, and then Penn State just went down and made plays, and we'll look at some of those plays as well. But right here, great job finishing the football game. Tyrese Mills with a big pick, finishing it. Flashback right there to the Fiesta Bowl years back when that linebacker made the pick against Miami. But right here, great play, getting down. Let's go ahead and nail it, get out of here and get to the semifinals. Great play there by Tyreek Mills. Of course, the league of turnovers was huge in Penn State's favor, +3. And the next thing that was a little bit surprising is rushing. Penn State doubled up Boise as far as rushing, and rushed for 216. Boise rushed for 108. And, of course, when you get down, you got to throw the football. Boise threw for 300, and Penn State threw for 171. They were able to control the clock. Of course, those turnovers, that helps as well. But right here on this one, looking at the outside zone, this is early in the game. As you see, we got unbalanced. You got a tight end. You got 2 receivers over here to this side, and they're working the outside zone over here to this side. Again, aiming points out here, outside leg. These 2 are responsible for these 2. They're responsible there up. Probably going to scoop that, try to get there, leave the widest guy right there in the pistol and boot away there with Drew Aller. Right on this one, this is great patience here by Katron. He stretches it, and you see you're reading this outside hip. And as he continues to extend it, you see 72 is able to take over. Not just a great angle right here if you're looking at it, but right there, good patience. He starts working his hips. He gets across. Great job there by 72 as well. And, of course, Tyler Warren's an absolute dog at everything he does. So right there, he does a great job helping out that tackle to get there, and then he works off that linebacker's thrown over the top. Again, not a great angle here either. You want to try to get your hat to that far armpit. Same thing here, trying to get your hat across. So Boise right here, they've got their hat in the right spot. Penn State's got to do a little bit better job as far as their hat placement, but still, great job by Katron just stretching this thing, seeing the kick, getting vertical. And there's nobody left because you had that unbalanced set, took those corners and safeties over there to that side, stretch this thing to the sideline, just find a little bit of a crease. And that's the thing with that outside zone. Doesn't have to be just killer blocks, but you get those guys and you just run them. Running back just makes a crease, and you see how tiny that is. Just finds a way, slips through there, runs through an arm tackle. Now they're into the secondary with nobody really left. Big play there early in the game for Penn State, getting rolling a little bit with running game. Now look here, the exact same call here. Again, unbalanced here, tight end, 2 receivers. You got Tyler Warren over here. Again, doubling there up. Center and guard, we're doubling there to the front side, doubling there up, and he's reaching. There's your unblocked guy, stretching it wide. And on this one, you can see, read that outside hip, getting some penetration. He's got his head to the outside. We've got to penetrate this. Same thing here, everybody's moving, get up to those linebackers. Good job here by the tackle climbing there as well. So a little bit different as far as what they're able to do. They don't keep it on the line of scrimmage as much. A little bit more penetration here to the front side. So right here, seeing penetration, we're going to have to put our foot in the ground probably about the 5th step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, he cuts it a little bit early. 1, 2, 3, 4 step, and the 5th step. Now he's getting vertical, and you can see penetration. Just keep running them that direction. We get vertical as long as we got a bottom body. Great job here on the back side, not allowing penetration. Able to hit this thing with some momentum. And of course, a little bit of momentum. Those guys are running horizontally. Puts his foot in the ground, falls forward. Gets about 7 or 8 right down the outside zone. That was a really good football play, especially with all this penetration. Gets to his 5th step or close to it, and he's able to get vertical right there through the alley. Fall forward, get about 7. On something that's pretty well defended there by Boise. It's probably one of my favorite plays of the night. And right here, Boise, they end up trying to slip a guy in here. And of course, you get these heavy sets, and you feel like you have a mismatch up front, and you're running off tackle. A lot of times they're going to try to shoot gaps and find a way to create negative plays. And right on this one, they do a great job. Just trust your gap. Tyler Warren, trust your gap right there. Get inside. Block whatever shows up. It had to be that linebacker that's slanting in. And of course, you're getting this big fullback or lineman, whatever it is, right there off the edge on this a little bit lighter defensive end that's probably trying to play with speed. And he squeezes it, but he gets absolutely crushed right there at the line of scrimmage. And this great read here by the running back. Bounces this thing out. There's nothing here. No reason to just beat your head against the wall. Just stay tight to it, but let's go ahead and bounce this thing out wide and see if this linebacker can tackle us with literally half the field to play. So right there, we can outrun that guy either way. Runs to an arm tackle. Now you got a safety and kind of bullies him to the ground. I wish he would have been able to stay in right there, but able to get him out of bounds. But again, those guys are squeezing down. This is a great read here by the running back. Katron just bounces it, runs to an arm tackle. No chance. And of course, right here, if you stop it, there's no way that they're going to tackle him or he'd be able to chase him and run him down. When everybody's come to bounce, better athlete's going to win. That's Katron right there. Outrun them to the sideline. Bullies the safety. Wish he could have stayed in, but again, big run right there on 3rd and 1. One of the best plays in football right here. And in an unbalanced set, you get your tight end, off receiver over here, 2 receivers on this side. So a little bit different look here for the secondary. And you see when that motion goes across, they're manned up, so they run with them. There's nobody left. They're just running GT. Going to double there with the center backside guard up. Pull a kick, put a lead. He's going to scoop that backside. We're handing right there. Nobody's left. Should be good. One-on-one with the safety. And we'll see what takes place on this one. So, good job here on the double team. They create a wall. Nobody's able to get free. Titan does a great job. Doesn't let him just fly in there. Because if he flies in there and it's a pull, there's still an unblocked guy here for the quarterback. Right here, good job cutting him off. Here's your kick coming, or trying to kick. And, of course, he's squeezing pretty hard. So, right there, that ends up being a log. And when we talk about log, his shoulder pads are square and his hat's to the outside. So, it's a log. Great read here by 72. Getting around to kick this linebacker that's filling over the top. And whenever he kicks, now vertical, again, there's the only unblocked guy. He's sitting in this gap. This linebacker they got worked up to is probably the issue on this one. So he tries to flow over the top of this instead of slipping underneath. And once he tries to flow over the top, now you got safety and you got linebacker in that gap. You should try to push this running back to that safety, knowing that he's going to be outside in, especially on comparatively to that linebacker. And whenever you get 2 in that gap, great cut right there. Now it's just speed. Nobody's left with that motion. Took man-to-man that way. One high look, and nobody's left. Great cut. And then he just finishes with speed to the end zone. So, GT right here, this really put the ball game away. Puts him up 3 scores. And Boise really never threatens after this. But right here, GT, beautiful thing when it works. There's the log. There's the kick. Went on with the safety. Bad fits there by the linebackers and the safety, and able to outrun the rest of the defense. Big touchdown there by Penn State putting this game away. Now we're going to take a look at some of the passing game. Obviously, Penn State didn't have to sling it around just a ton. Stayed up in this game, able to run the football for over 200. All the way through for 171. Wasn't just extremely efficient, only 13-25. They had 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, so that was big as far as not turning the football over. They did push the ball down the field, made some big plays, and that was a great thing to see. And right here on this one, this is one of the favorite staples in kind of the Brawls offense, those things where you're just getting deep choices. And right here, 2x2, got 2 high look. And I'd say this is a deep choice here by this receiver. You want to keep these guys low, whatever kind of route combinations you want to do to try to keep these guys low. You probably have something in your offense where these guys are curling something, and that's what Penn State does right here. So they get up, they curl in front of that safety. Safety drives. Of course, eyes want to start here. Make sure that safety stays low. Now we know, hey, we're one-on-one here as long as this corner doesn't get off. If that corner gets off, now we can check it down. But on this one, see Aller's eyes Starting here, safety stays way off the hash. We know we're one-on-one here, exactly where we want to be. And he just breaks across his face because the middle field is open. And when he breaks across his face, Aller knows I've got this entire field to throw to because his safety is low. We confirm that post-snap. So right there, just throw this guy open, put some air on it, nice 2-ball, allowing him to run away. As long as he keeps running, we're going to be all right. Just don't slow him down. Don't make him go back. And right there, keeps him running all the way across the end zone. Great throw and catch right there. Big finish by the receiver as well to make sure that this thing doesn't get knocked down because he does have to slow down just a little bit. But again, one-on-one with the safety, let him run all the way across the field. Great throw and catch. Huge play in this game, go up 2 scores. Great catch there by Amari Evans. This play action right here was actually the first touchdown of the game. And, of course, we saw Penn State working this wide zone right here. That's what they're trying to fake. They're in a pistol, faking wide zone over here to the right. And you see full slide there by the line. Running back starting here, and then he's working back for this backside D-gap. You see that tight end filling into the C. But right there, a little bit of a play action. As you're looking at Drew Aller's eyes, as soon as he puts it in there, he's looking for a possible glance right here. And these guys are running glances or climb routes or whatever you'd say all the way across the field. So right there, he looks for the glance. It's not there. Hard inside leverage right there. Could possibly run like a slant out or something along those lines. But right here, doesn't like it. They're trying to run a glance. And then he gets off it now. His eyes get to the middle field. Tyler Warren working all the way across the field. And right here, I mean, you could just throw this thing right now knowing that he's right there on the receiver working in on that glance. Well, he lets him work just a little bit. He gets his base off. I'm not sure why he's rolling or anything like that. It should just say, hey, connected right here. You know, he's working across. I can either throw it right now. I know he's kind of concerned about the linebacker, but again, that's your guy. Put that thing up here towards the crossbar, just like he did later in the game, and let him go make a play. But right here, he holds onto it, scrambles around a little bit, and then he just throws it to the open area. Ends up being that third of the field, just like on the touchdown we just saw. Throwing him open, letting him run to it. As long as he keeps moving, it's going to be a good thing for us. And again, Tyler Warren's an absolute man. Great catch, great throw, big touchdown there to start the game for Penn State, get a little bit of momentum. Here's play right here, not really just looking at the scheme of it, but looking at Drew Aller, what he ends up doing. This is on 3rd and 14. Boise's made this game 17-14 right there after the half. And this is the drive where they end up going down and scoring. So 3rd and 14, plus territory, so we're on the plus 37-yard line. If we can get a first down, we're in field goal range. We're close to scoring a touchdown. They end up scoring a touchdown on this drive. But twist up front, dropping right there on 3rd and 14. And Drew Aller makes a guy miss that comes free. And now, hey, we've got to be a willing runner. We got to find a way to get there. And that's what happens on this one. This is a huge play in this game. About 9.5 minutes left. Getting vertical. Get down for the first down. Great job knowing where the first down here is as well. So, I mean, this is just a great play here by Drew Aller. Getting down, getting the first down. Making sure that, number one, you're at least in the field goal range, but he's able to get to the touchdown as well, and then, of course, not forcing the ball. This drive, Penn State ended up going up 2 scores and basically cut any momentum that Boise State had right there after the half. So it was a huge play. I thought Drew Aller played well. He knew what was going on, especially when they got up a couple scores, didn't force things, stayed within himself, and played a really good football game. Even though the stats don't have just a ton of numbers as far as yards and completions and all that, but he did a great job of just controlling the game whenever Penn State's defense was kind of rolling and getting after Boise State and Jeanty, of just playing within himself, playing within offense. Then we're going to jump right back in and look at Penn State's defense, some of the plays they made. Of course, Jeanty is going to get tons of attention anytime you're playing Boise. And right here on this one, going outside zone, we saw Penn State make some plays right here on outside zone. On this one, penetration, and on that, Titan doesn't do nearly a good enough job right here. Too athletic here at defensive end as well. Denied Dennis Sutton. Able to outrun this tight end and come in and make a play. The other thing that really stops this from getting all the way back as far as the cutback is interior line. Backside D tackle. This guard doesn't do a great job trying to get his hat across. He ends up beating him across his face. And he's just sitting there in the alley as well. Great job here by Dennis Sutton. Get him on the ground for negative play. Of course, this is early in the game. About 9.5 minutes left in the first quarter. And creating a negative play. A lot of hats towards the football. Everybody's running, playing hard. Tom Allen has those guys getting after it. It's kind of setting the tone here early in the game. Getting Jeanty on the ground with negative play. Again, early in the game here. Big stop. This is on 3rd and 7. They're trying to throw a double screen here. And Jeanty gets out. He squeezes, so they flip it there to him. And numbers look fine, especially when you've got one of your best players. Doesn't do a great job working his head to the outside. You got a linebacker free. Got denied Dennis Sutton running him down from the DN spot as well. It's just the way these guys are playing, knowing that, hey, Jeanty, he's an absolute guy as well, just like Tyler Warren, probably two of the best players in the country. They're going to make things happen when they get the ball in their hands. And not a great job just seeing what you're hitting here. By Zion Tracy, he's got his head ducked. Get your eyes up and wrap, and right there he's just throwing a shoulder. What do you think is going to happen when Ashton Jeanty when you're just throwing a shoulder? Just bounces off. But, of course, running the football right there, D-end. Comes in, just slows him up just enough. Great job, D-end's there as well. Tony Rojas in from the safety spot as well. So right there, you got to run to the football, and he's still making people miss. And as you see, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys around the football on a swing, double screen. It's a great job running to it. And then there's 7 working in there. Get as many guys around the football as possible with Ashton Jeanty. You know, he still made a lot of plays, and he's a heck of a player. But right there, just rounding the football early in the game, understanding that you've got to get guys to him. That's a great play. Get him on the ground for a first down. I thought it was kind of a discombobulated play. You got a guy coming in here off the sideline, but if you got DNs that can get after it right here, and this is Vanover, of course, you don't have your stud in there that's been absolutely getting after it all year, but right here, Vanover runs him down. This is a huge play. Get him on the ground. This is really pushes Boise back. They end up missing the field goal after this, but it's on 1st and 10. Penn State's up by 10. So right here, if they score a touchdown, it gets back down to a 1-score game. Right here, Vanover making a play, playing with speed, outrunning, then able to finish the quarterback. Great job right here. Get him on the ground. Of course, you look back, 3-score game. And if Boise, either they make 2 of the field goals that they missed, or they score a touchdown right here, we don't get a sack or whatever because there's a guy running on the field late. You see this corner coming in here like he doesn't know what's going on. That could be an issue. I mean, it's one of those things that this is a huge play in the game. Probably not going to get enough credit, but great job right here by Vanover. Great job by the defense taking away their first options, get them on the ground, force them to a field goal to cut it to a 1-score game as opposed to getting them to a touchdown. So just another one of the big plays that Penn State's defense made, clutch plays that the entire team made to get out of the Fiesta Bowl with a win. A 3-score win, moving on to the semifinals of the college football playoff against what's going to be a heck of a matchup. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. If you're still here, make sure you click right here. This is what YouTube thinks you'll like. And we'll see you guys again in the next video.